In 2023 and 2024, Love Dad partnered with community-based organizations across Los Angeles County to pilot the first system of care for identifying, referring, and treating new fathers for mental health challenges. Ruth Sosa, a program manager at the Antelope Valley Partners for Health, reflects on how home visitors use creative, intentional strategies to engage fathers and support whole families.
I have a different perspective because I'm a more of a supervisor program manager now. So I heard our home visitors share their experiences. And their assumptions originally were, Dad's not going to be around. This is going to be really hard. How are we going to do this? Dad is not there. Like they're always out, they're working, or they're in the other room. Is he really going to be interested? Is mom going to resent that now I am including dad? So there was just a lot of like uncertainty, not knowing where this was really going to take us. The fact that we were more intentional and more attuned really made a difference for our home visitors because we didn't just see the change in the dynamic of the home, we really saw the change in the home visitor. Their perspective shifted. So they were keeping dad more in the loop, in mind. They were prepared for their home visits to have information for dad as well. And it really also affected our outreach specialist. Even though she wasn't necessarily trained on fatherhood engagement for the pilot, but because we had discussions to support the whole group, she herself began to change her perspective and began to involve dad at that initial bedside appointment. This is a family program. And how about you, dad? How are you feeling? What's your experience been? So we began to see more dads already coming into home visiting with the knowledge that they too were going to be part of this program. So that was that first barrier that we tackled. But there were others. Very often the dad was just not present at all because they were out working. So our home visitors began to get a little creative. For instance, I'm trying to make the visits as late as possible in the afternoon, hoping that dad would be able to be present for a little bit as they return from work. Or the biggest thing is that we began to ask, can I share information for dad? Is it okay if I bring some flyers for dad? So getting that buy-in from the mom initially to be able to then in that way include dad, that was another creative way that our home visitors really tried. Sometimes there was a text message, it was an email. It was just really thinking outside the box to be able to reach out to those that were a little bit more difficult to connect with. Now, not all dads are always present or available, but we did have some really good interactions and opportunities to be able to uplift dad in his role and really encourage that bonding time that is so important that the child has, not just with mom, but with dad as well.